So it's March, okay, and spring is almost here in Tennessee. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to work on my backyard bird studio a little bit. In the wintertime, I don't tend to do too much to it. I feed the birds in the wintertime, but I'm going to add some features to the backyard studio today, and I'm going to show you what I have in mind right now. So over here in this corner of the fence, I usually have a wildflower garden of some sort. Now, it's probably been more weeds than wildflowers in the past, but I've got some stuff that has blown down in the front yard from trees, and I'm going to make me a natural, I don't know, some kind of natural feature for the birds to come in and perch on low to the ground, because what I like to do is set up my chair blind over in this side. And let me take you over here and turn you around so you can see my view. And I'll be able to photograph back this direction. Now, the morning sunlight comes up over there, which is okay, because it gives me some good lighting in the morning. And then in the evening time, the sun sets back over here to my right. So I think this is a perfect corner, and really nothing ever produces in that corner. So I'm gonna take you in the front yard and show you what I got in mind. Now I can't take credit for this idea. I've seen this done on YouTube, on another person's YouTube channel. But what I have here is I have a birch tree, which is right there next to that maple, and it sheds like crazy in the wintertime. Let me show you these little branches and stuff. They're all over the ground right here, as you can see. And we had quite a windstorm the other day, and I got a whole bunch of them over here that need to be cleaned up. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the bigger branches and take into the backyard and start building this hide. So what I did is I went out and got some of the bigger branches that fell off the tree, and what I'm going to do is just kind of place them. I kind of put some sticks up here, some like tomato poles right up here against this, and some of these are too long. I don't want to make them too short. I'm just going to place it like this, kind of hodgepodge to make it look natural, and kind of build this up just a little bit right here. Now I'm sure when my wife sticks her head out the back door to see what I'm doing, she's gonna have something to say about this. She usually does. Anyways, we're gonna work on this for a little bit. Just want to give you an idea what I'm trying to do here in this corner. I'm hoping the birds will come in here. I may have to move my feeder right there. I'm hoping the birds will come in here and perch on this stuff so I can get some different kind of photographs. When you're dealing with a backyard studio, it's always good to have a little bit of variety, or all your pictures start to look the same, like mine. So I haven't done a whole lot this winter with the perches and stuff. So now what I'm gonna do is kind of stack those up that way, this bigger stuff, and then I'm gonna get some smaller branches and put crossways across the front here. Now let me bring you down here real quick and show you. Well, it's cold out today. It's about 30 degrees out. Let me bring you on down here and show you what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm just building a frame right now in this corner. Okay, you can see it just standing the sticks up that way. Then I'm gonna get some smaller ones and stand them all the way across there. Try to get a wider area across there so I can have more room to work with. Last year when I had the wildflowers there, the birds were coming in there all the time. So I'm hoping this gives them a different place to perch for me to take photographs. So I'm gathering up the branches, and you can kind of see what I'm building right here for the birds to come in and land. Nothing fancy. I've got some more of these little branches I need to go get and finish it up. I'm trying to hide the background in there so this red fence doesn't show in my pictures. Did I mention it was cold today? So I decided to come out in the woods and find me a new woodpecker pole, and I spotted something right over there, and I'm going to go cut this branch off, and I'm going to bring it back over here, and I'm going to show you why I picked this particular branch. Okay. Now, this tree has probably been laying on the ground for at least a year or two, so it's pretty much rotten. So I wanted a pole that was a little bit taller than the one I had. The one I had was only about 6 feet tall. This one here is probably about 12 feet tall. And the reason why is I want to bury this one in the ground. The other pole I got, I'm going to take out. It's kind of in a fixed position because I strapped it with a ratchet strap to a 4x4 that used to hold the light. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to change the way I do things just a little bit in the bird studio. So I like this one. So what I'm going to do now, I put it in the rhino there. It's got some character to it. I'm going to go find me some smaller perches that will fit into pieces of PVC pipe. I have another idea about my perches. This is a piece of 1/2 inch water line I brought out here with me to find something that would fit in here tight. I also have some 3/4 inch water line, and I'm going to show you when I get these perches cut how I'm going to put those up back in the studio. Okay, I'm going to change out this woodpecker pole because it's been here for a long time. And like I said earlier, you need to have some variety or your pictures get boring in the backyard studio. So I changed my woodpecker pole out, well, about every 6 months or so. This was my winter version of it. So I use a ratchet strap and put it against this pole. And I really don't like where it's at. Let me see if I can. There's a couple things with it. I'll take this down. I'm limited to where I can put it because I'm using that 4x4 post right there. So what I like to do is I want to put the new one in, but I kind of want to dig a hole and put it in a different position. And I was thinking, you know, more over this way, like that. So what I'm gonna have to do is get my post hole diggers out and dig me a hole, okay? Yeah. That way I can kind of turn it the way I want it up there. So let me, I'm gonna take that old woodpecker pole and put it back out in the woods. I'll let it turn the muck. So let me show you what I did, what I modified over here. And what I did is I got 2 pieces of PVC pipe and I drilled one 1/2 inch one in this 6x6 trellis post. And then I found me a branch from a holly tree that would slide in there. Now I can adjust this up and down the way I want it by just putting 1 screw in it. Then I got this other one over here. It's a little bit bigger. It's 3/4 inch, so I can put a bigger branch in there. And my idea is, let me take you back over here and show you where I'm gonna be sitting. So the idea is I'm gonna be sitting right here under this deck with my photo blind, okay, my chair blind, and I can see all that area right there. And I might take the other perches away for the time being. Maybe not put that woodpecker pole back up just yet, just to see what happens. I do need a woodpecker pole though. I may want to move it and put it over here too. That might be a good idea. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to dig a hole and bury this in the ground because I'm not too sure how the woodpeckers and the other birds are going to take to it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to take a paddle bit, a 5/8 paddle bit, and I'm going to drill some holes in it so I can put in my bark butter in these holes to attract them to the pole. And I'm using a smaller bit than I normally use, okay? Normally I use a bigger bit, but put that on high speed. Some tough wood right here. Now, when I'm drilling these holes, okay, I'm kind of paying attention to where they are because you want the bird to be in view. If you put these holes on the back side of this pole, then it's going to be hard to see the bird because they're going to be back there pecking at the hole. You don't want to put them too high where you can't reach them and put in your stuff. I'm going to see if I put another one over here. Put one up just about where I can reach it. The bit's not very sharp. Okay, we're gonna try that. Everything's trial and error when you're out here doing stuff like this, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm rearranging. Previously, I was shooting in the wintertime from my bedroom window. Well, now that springtime is here, I'm gonna move outdoors and change my position a little bit. So everything I had over there, perch-wise, and over there is gone, okay? And I'll be sitting out under this deck using this area right here. And I think it's gonna work out pretty good. What I'm gonna do is leave this alone for a while. And this afternoon, I think I'm gonna come out here and sit with my camera.